Hello everyone, it's Reale Bakejalia. The reason I'm making this video, as you can tell in the title, I'm so tired and sick of people making stupid freaking videos about this topic and not actually talking about like what you really need to do. Brian G. Johnson, even Content Bug. Content Bug's okay, but she doesn't really delve into things as much. She makes like freaking 10 videos, say the same freaking thing. I'm not trying to start beat the video IQ dude. I'm not trying to be like a jerk, but I feel like that's what I feel like when I watch their stuff. I feel like they think I'm stupid. Like, I know I need a good quality camera. I know I need a good quality freaking microphone. I know the freaking lighting has to be good. Like, the stupid stuff like that, it's just like, dude, we already know that stuff. And if you don't know that stuff, then good for you. You're watching the video. But for the vast majority of people, we already know that stuff. We don't need to be told that if we're already freaking doing it. Yeah, Daryl leaves. Him too. Well, anywho, I'm not trying to put, well, I am putting people on blast now. I guess I can't really say I'm not. Whatever. I'm here to teach you all, not even teach you, really show you. First thing you want to do is go into TubeBuddy and download that. I know this may be something that's been reiterated a lot of times, but TubeBuddy is extremely important if you want to start a good channel. And by the way, this may be a longer video, this may not be longer. It may not be no flashy stuff or flashy infographics to each and every sort of thing like these other videos have. But if you really want to grow your channel, if you really want to be successful on YouTube and all that other jazz, stick around to this whole duration. If not, then go ahead and listen to Daryl Leaves, Content Bug, all those other people. Get looped around, I can't use a particular term I want to, but get jerked around by those guys in a circular variety until you realize that you're not really getting anywhere. So anywho, TubeBuddy is important. I'll explain it later. All you want to do is just install it. You don't have to purchase anything from TubeBuddy if you don't want to. If you want to, go ahead. Well, after you install TubeBuddy, it gives you access to something very useful when deciding what you want to do with your video. So in YouTube, you know, titles, tags, yada yada. But how do you determine what's the best tags, what's the best title, and what's the best description? I've made a lot of accounts because I've been around YouTube a lot longer than what this channel age is. I had a channel beforehand. I started like way back in like 2012, but I've had separate channels. I've grown and learned from each of them. The reason I'm starting a new one is because I wanted a clean slate. But and just to start from the ground up. I know this is getting sporadic, but I'd actually suggest that you rewatch. Not for my watch time, but for your benefit. So another thing that you may want to keep in line, Social Blade is a very useful tool for creators, because if you don't use Social Blade, how will you know what your statistics are? I realized this, you know, because I'm starting from the ground up again. I realized a lot of creators don't actually know about Social Blade, and it doesn't even matter if they like have 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs. Some people don't know what Social Blade is. So Social Blade is a way you can check your video's progress. They give you like future projections and stuff, basically to show you what you've been screwing up on. No, I'm kidding. It goes to show you just what your projections are for the future and yada yada, right? So if you get YouTube advertising, it's a good thing. It comes with a good side and a downside, and the good side is that you get a nice little view boost. Like here, I got 83 from YouTube advertising. I didn't get 83. I got maybe so I got like 83 from YouTube advertising. But if you notice before here, all of this is not YouTube advertising. This is just straight me. So the YouTube recommending and giving me that reach, right? So this is all straight me. As soon as you do any sort of YouTube advertising, and this also ties into if you buy views and if you buy subs, because the subs have to come from a view from your video's channel page. If you buy any of that, be prepared to have YouTube reset you. So this is a new, I don't want to say it's a new thing. Yeah, maybe, because I have the other channels and they were like way in the past, but I didn't do it on everyone. I only did it on one particular channel because I needed a test case. So actually I did it on 3 separate ones to see if it was legit. I had a lot of channels. Anyway, so this one here, we have 83. This was the boost. So after that, you notice it went to 5. And it isn't a matter of uploading schedule or blah 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 blah. Actually, that does factor in a lot, how much you upload, but it really doesn't. It's like a vice versa sort of thing. Regardless, 5 views, 12 views, 17, 19. So what this means is once you do any sort of like boost, or let's say you have a if it wasn't brought in from organic YouTube reach, let's say people come from your Twitter page or your Instagram page or your it's a freaking TikTok page, right? Let's say you get a bunch of audience and views from that. It'll show up as external in YouTube analytics, and what that essentially means is that it's an outside source that YouTube didn't actually promote, so they'll be questioning whether or not these are legit. YouTube advertising is different. It is from YouTube, but it's from Google. So it's not the algorithm promoting you, it's Google promoting you. So what that means is it won't see that as a standalone entity. And if I was to continue to just do YouTube advertising, that would be detrimental to my channel, because it won't give the algorithm time to reset and sort of analyze the data of the huge boost that it got. Actually, if you buy subs, YouTube will take you to 0. I just want to preface that because there are a lot of people out there that do not know that, and their channel goes to crap. If you've already bought subs, you're in the crap. If you've bought views, you're in the crap. You may be good now, but give it about a year or two. You're wiped out like Thanos snapping you away. Tags, descriptions, titles, all that stuff. So I want to keep this as universal as possible, because my channel is based around gaming stuff, but through my other channels, I've done literally everything. Except for makeup tutorials. I always mention that for some reason. I wouldn't do it. It's not my genre, but it doesn't mean I can't help you out if you're in that genre. So if you're doing makeup tutorials, if you're doing game reviews, if you're doing, what else is there? Vlogs even. As long as you don't show any kids in it, you're fine. So, needless to say, it doesn't really matter what type of content you make on YouTube. What does matter is how that content is searched. So, for example, if I was to search up, like, if I wanted to do a makeup tutorial, right? I would type in makeup tutorial here. I cleared my search history, which is very page right there. So we want to click on here. From the history page, we just clear watch history, which is right here. Clear all watch history, clear it, and then search history. You want to clear that too. Otherwise, you'll end up getting biased search results when you go up here. So we want to head back to the YouTube page, and then we want to type in, let's say makeup tutorials, right? Makeup tutorials. So let's say we wanted to get a very popular makeup tutorial out there, right? Like I said, this is universal. If this was gaming, you just type in like Halo something or whatever you want to do. So makeup tutorial. So there are a couple things here we see. We see makeup tutorial for beginners, black women, natural look. Jeez. So first thing here is beginners, right? So would I make a makeup tutorial for newborns? Heck freaking no, because that's not here. What we want to do is make a YouTube tutorial for beginners. Now, after we do that, we see other things here. If we hit a space here, natural look. This is the most searched one. Search predictions basically means when you type it in here, these are the ones that are most popular. So, geez, of course James Charles is there. So, I would more than likely do a makeup tutorial for beginners, natural look. One thing you really want to do, no matter what your title of your video is, put that in the description. That's number one. Number two is you want to use as many of these keywords in your tag box. So that is number two. Number three is you don't necessarily want to use individual things. So I wouldn't put like makeup. Well, makeup would be a good tag, right? Just makeup singularity, because that's the topic, right? So in retrospect to if you were doing movie reviews, right? You put the name of the movie in there, like freaking Avengers, right? And you put Avengers, that would be its tag alone, and then you put like Avengers review, and then Avengers movie review. So this one would be like makeup, that's one tag. Makeup tutorial, that's another tag. Makeup tutorial for beginners, that's the other tag. What we want to do is also, while we're making tags, we want to look here. So we would do makeup tutorial for beginner as well. We would also want to do makeup tutorial for beginners. If we're just doing beginners and this is it, we would do makeup tutorial beginners after that as a tag. Okay, so you get the gist, right? It's more or less like using as much of that as possible in a combined approach. Then you would add after that product or service or action is involving that. So makeup tutorial for eyeshadow. There we go. That's something. Eyeshadow by Maybelline. Okay. So I would put makeup tutorial, Maybelline, and then I'd put makeup tutorial, eyeshadow for beginners, and I just come up with a bunch off of that. So I want to use these core words here as much as possible. I don't just want to put beginners as a tag, because that would be dumb, because no one's just going to type in beginners here, because your tags rank according to what people are searching. So if someone types in beginners, makeup won't be the first thing you see. It would be the movie, I guess. I have no freaking clue. So now that we got that cat out of the bag, that's not how you say that. Well, one of the main reasons I had you all install the TubeBuddy and why it's so important to have TubeBuddy is because of what we see here. When we look at YouTube Rewind, right, and we'll see what they did. YouTube Rewind 2019, double dots. Okay, so right off the bat, actually didn't know your hashtag could work in your title. That's interesting. I might use that. Anywho, these sort of divisions that they added for their video, these are important. It can be this, it can be a comma, it can be this thing. I'm not really sure. It can't be a punctuation mark, so it can't be a period. It can't be a period, and it can't be... You can use an exclamation point, but the exclamation point has to come at the end. So what YouTube did was they separated all of their accurate tags so it wouldn't jumble with each other. So they have this one here separated for hashtag YouTube Rewind because they figure people will be typing in hashtag YouTube Rewind. You don't have to use hashtags. This could be something totally different. It doesn't have to be a hashtag. If you have the division here, that's good. Let's switch this with a toothbrush. Let's say we're doing a toothbrush review. So I would more than likely put the name of the brand, title, the brand, the object of question, and put that in the first start here. But it would depend on what the search says. So it would depend if I type in toothbrush, what comes up. So if I type in toothbrush song, really? So if I type in toothbrush review, okay, toothbrush review, what's the first thing that pops up? 2019, son of... So yeah, I just keep 20. I would literally put toothbrush review 2019, and then I'd put like double dots here, or a comma, or this thing, and then I'd put Oral-B or whatever this. Yeah, I put Oral-B, right? I put Oral-B after that, charcoal toothbrush, and then after that, it will be my choice if I wanted to extend it or not. You don't have to have 3. It can be 2, but you want to have the title as long as you can, because the longer your title, the more of a chance your video has of being discovered. So let's say you're doing an event. I keep saying Avengers. I've been thinking about that for a while. Anywho, let's say you're doing a book review of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, okay? That's a lot of words. So you do not necessarily want to put book review at the beginning of that, because book review would have, that's the first part of that. People are more apt to search like Harry Potter. So you would put Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix, book review. And I don't really need to type that up. I've been doing this a long time, so I know how to do it, but that would be a really good one. In your description, let's move on to step. I'm not going to say steps anymore. Let's move on to the next part. In the description, we have what YouTube did, which is in 2018, blah, 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 yada, yada, blah, 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 blah. So all I'm looking at here is that they used the word 2019 from their title here. And let's see what else they put in here. Rewind. That's another one here. Okay. Yeah, YouTube did a couple of good things. They're ranking really high on this because they're YouTube, I bet, right? Yeah, they're number one. But they're not number ones in these fields. And the only reason they're not number one in those fields is because they kind of put them in the description, sort of. If they got rid of this at here and they just had like the space, they would rank for these people. Like, no joke. So maybe that was intentional by them, right? They still show up per se for these people, but they're like way down in the totem pole. So there's gonna be a lot of cuts in this. It can be shady if you're deceptive. So if you put a YouTuber's name within your description and even within the tags, which is what YouTube did. The reason they did this, they really didn't have to. Well, they did this so if you watch the PewDiePie video, PewDiePie's also in the description. He doesn't have to be in the title. But if he's in the description and if he's in the tags and there's a link to his channel page, which is technically what the at is, then if you were watching a PewDiePie video and you scrolled down to the side when this video came out, you were more apt to see a YouTube rewind there, like this particular video there, because he's there. They have his name in the description and in the tags. And this is something most people won't actually bring up because I have no clue why. And it's super important. YouTube is a community, and that's what it's always started out to be. So in order to have a community aspect or feel to it, your videos, if they're correlating to someone in general, if you put their name within your description, or if their name shows up in the comments section, actually, you have more of a high chance of being shown on that person's suggested side. Let's say I was watching a PewDiePie video. I'm watching a PewDiePie video that's about memes. Now, let's say I make a meme review myself. I am hecka not gonna put PewDiePie's name in my description because of the size of my channel. I'm at 12 subs. PewDiePie's at I don't even know now. So he's at an unreasonable amount. What I'm saying and telling you this right now is that you cannot put anyone who is drastically above you within that and expect to be on their side, on the suggested side. So if you don't know, I'm not gonna treat you all like you're freaking dumb. I'm going to assume that you all know terminology and you know what suggested is, and you know what that is. If you don't, just leave a comment. I'll answer any questions you got. So, however, are likes and dislikes important? Likes and dislikes are actually very important. No publicity is worse than bad publicity. So, the fact that you get engagement at all is just good. So, people are saying leave a like, don't leave a dislike, stuff like that. It does actually matter in this day and age. It is debatable whether it has a strong factor towards the growth of your channel, but engagement's engagement. YouTube looks at that. Next is the share button. Let's say you find someone that's around your size that's doing the same stuff as you. So let's just stick with toothbrush review, right? I am going to show you exactly what I would do, and I actually might make a video about what I actually do when I upload. So I'm going to show you a video of what I actually do. In order to find people around my size, I would, if I was doing a toothbrush review, I doubt there's anyone. There's people making toothbrush reviews. I'll be a son of a gun. Okay, well, okay. So, well, this person's in English. So I would go to like this channel here, and that's not too bad. 3 likes. They're underneath 1,000. Once you get to the thousands, that's when you have to, let's say if you have a channel with 1,000 subs, you would have to put someone with about either 2,000 or 2,500 as a suggested person. So you would like go down in your description and put, you know, hey, why don't you, hey, Sunshine Curls is doing the same exact, is doing a similar review. Like, okay, if I was doing this toothbrush review, if I was Sunshine Curls, if I was doing this toothbrush review, let's say Christina Marie was, I could get away with 2,000. If I'm a 300 subscriber based channel, I could get away with promoting someone in the 2,000 range. It probably wouldn't be a higher chance. The more closer they are to your sub level, the more of a higher chance you have of showing up in their suggested if you put them in the description. All right, so if you're at, say you're at 10,000 subscribers, then you would have the same sort of thing. It'd be 2,000 more. You could go up to 15,000 subscribed other channels and promote them, and you'd more than likely show up on their side. And if you get to 50,000 subs, then you have a high chance of, if you're within 50,000 to 100,000, you have a high chance of showing up if you use anyone within that range. It does not work when you get to 10,000 because there's too much of a gap from 10,000 to 50,000. So, yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. So, shoot, I just gave you, it's fine. I'm giving her views. I'm not giving her any watch time, though. That's another thing. If you go to any person's video, you have to watch it for at least, it depends on how long the video is, but I just say about 10% to 20% of the video, and then give it a like, because if you give it a like too soon, YouTube actually takes a while to register it. So, if we look here, she should have some, yeah. So she did a good thing. She put her, shoot, this isn't putting her on blast, okay? This is like, good. She did good. I was actually hoping she did good. So yeah, this ain't too bad, actually. Burst toothbrush. Sonic toothbrush. Oh, all she needs is Sonic tooth. Okay, there it is. Sonic toothbrush. Okay. I guess Burst is good, too. She's not too bad. I like this. So this isn't too bad at all. Sunshine Curls, Sunshine Curls. She doesn't need it twice. Yeah, that's a good thing to bring up. So you don't actually need to put the, if you have your name, you don't have to put it without a space or without a space. She did okay. Rose gold toothbrush, rose gold toothbrush. I would use a little bit more in this retrospect here, but this is genius. I love that she put that there to distinguish her channel name there. I've learned that it doesn't really matter if you put your channel name on the side here in terms of YouTube searchability. If you have enough space to do whatever you want, you can do that. It won't affect the visibility because she already has the division here. So she's got some knowledge. She's got some good knowledge here. Hopefully you pick something up from that. So if I was at 1,000 and I had Sunshine Curls here, I could promote her on my 1,000 channel. I'd be like, hey, check out Sunshine Curls video. She does toothbrushes too. That creates that community aspect to whereas there are multiple people helping each other out, like a blog post or something like that. Not helping each other out, but boosting each other. If we all did that, then we all would be really, really successful. And that's one of the reasons I'm making this video in the first place, because you get turned around by these stupid freaking people who give you the most basic freaking things and don't tell you stuff like this. So hashtags are important. You can have a total of 3. You can create your own, or you can go off what's new. If you create your own, you run the risk of it not gaining any traction and it falls short. So for this one, hashtag brush burst, hashtag toothbrush, hashtag Sonic toothbrush. That's what I would do. So yeah, let's move on. The next thing I was going to say was this. So if you do decide to put anyone in the description and you share a link to their video, which is what you want to do. You want to share a link to their video. You want to share the title of their video. You want to share their channel name, and that's about it. So in order to do that, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to take it from up here, from the address bar, because that YouTube won't really calculate it. If you look at the address bar And if you look it down here, you'll be able to see it is very wrong freaking button. It is very different. And the only reason for that is because it's actually in the YouTube help too. That's a very useful tool. So right here is the link you want to use, because YouTube tracks it. So if this person gets a view from your video, if this person gets a view from your video, then YouTube will be like, oh, well, this person got a view from this video. Maybe this person will end up getting on that other person's thing too. So the algorithm will put your video on hers as well on the sidebar. And more of a ranking than the other person. So that's what's good about that. Quick tip is, in order to increase engagement and stuff like that, you always want to watch your video back. And you also want to give it a like. Why wouldn't you want to like your own video? This is a common trend that beginner YouTubers don't really do. You want to give your video a view, because if you don't, who will? Right? So as soon as you upload it and publish it, you want to give that video a view. Now, when you do that, that is actually when you want to add it to a playlist, because it'll count as an engaged action on your video page. So once you watch your video, give it a like. After what? We talked about this earlier. After 10% of watching your video. So, or 10 or 20% of what your video time is. So let's say your video is 14 minutes. You want to watch your video for at least 2 minutes before engaging in any action, except for comments. I'm making this while I'm sick, by the way. That's how much this ticked me off. This is my channel page, my statistics. I actually forgot if it's against terms of service to show your stuff, but I don't remember. I think it's only if you're monetized. I don't remember. Anyway, so one thing you really want to do is look at Creator Insider. They have a lot of important stuff. So you want to subscribe to them, because they literally talk about any change that's happening with YouTube.
Who is Creator?
Subscribe to these guys immediately, like yesterday. Oh, there are certain milestones you hit that you can see within Social Blade. The milestones are actually at future projections and subscriber milestones. So skip subscriber, we're looking at views, because in this day and age, there is subscribers, which are important, but the main thing YouTube looks at is views. So I've hit 2 of my milestones already, probably 3. No, I've hit 2, because you get a milestone at 500, it's 750 if I remember. And then after that, your next milestone is, it goes 500, 750, and what's after that? 500, 750, I think 1,000, and then it's 2,000, and these are the rest of the milestones. So the only time I actually did YouTube advertising, which is the only one I recommend for views, because if you buy your views, YouTube will delete you. You might as well classify yourself as obsolete, because YouTube will tank your channel. And you could get people that will say, it's not true. I've been doing this since, YouTube started. I've been doing this for 2 years. Well, let your butt run out of money. Or let YouTube's system, really start working. So right here, right off the gate, is when I upload it, just straight up 6. And then 5 after that. I had the videos already prepared, already ready to go. So I was like, I'm just going to push these videos out right off the bat. So I get that initial reach visibility factor, right? So day after that, 228, then it leveled itself sort of out, right? So that's only because I knew from experience that after that, even if I kept uploading 5 or 6 a day, it would not have mattered, because sooner or later it would have went down, and I wasn't going to work myself off like a dog every single day uploading 6 and 5 videos. So right after that, I knew it'd go down, because it resets you literally. It's not to 0, but it's to your last big point, which for me was 1 at that point. So after that, I uploaded one and then sort of tested the waters out. And then I got close to reaching the milestone, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap it up quick because I want my channel to grow really fast, really quick. So I put in a YouTube ad for it to be shown as a skippable ad, and it was like a short little video. It's a Tomb Raider one. It's very funny, sort of, to me. I don't know. Humor is subjective. So, so that's what I did here. And afterwards, obviously, the reset happened, and I was like, okay, well, I'm expecting the drop from even before here, because this is what it would have been at normally had I not done this. But I was like, okay, whatever, I'm expecting it. And then after that, things started to level out here. So then I was like, okay, cool. Then I hit another milestone coming up here, which was at the 1,000 mark. So I was at 960 something, I think. And then that's when I did that to just get it up there really quick. And I used the same video as before. And then after that, it went down and leveled out. So if these videos, this is where you see the dotted lines. Now, but if you see this, then this is what YouTube's gauging your success off of, because this is what creates something very important that we will actually see right here. That is what creates this. The past affects the future. The larger the 6 to 11, the larger like this gray area is, the actual better it is for your channel, because it gives you more wiggle room. Like for the next video, I probably would have to do really, really well because the margin for error is so small. So right here, 4 to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's only 3. So if I only have like 3 views, let's say I only got stuck with 3 through this whole period, this would be a dead video because I would be under expectations so much. But since I've been above expectations, you can see it's starting to go up like that. This happens on any scale. Oh, well, actually, no, it doesn't happen on any scale. If you have like 50,000, let's say you're in the 50,000 range and you're getting like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views a video just in the first freaking day, then your reach graph will look a lot different. I kind of put certain other tags here and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not trying to hide or show anything out of whack, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to copy and you don't want to paste here, because that is super duper lazy, and it's not like YouTube doesn't really penalize you for it. Oh, actually, I think they do if you just straight up copy and paste. But if you work it formatted into some way into the description like this, then you're good. So the 3 hashtags are important. You could make your own if you want. I could have put smite dodgy for the character here, but I did not. It's just a personal choice. So this is for the bigger YouTubers who are monetized. If you're monetized on YouTube, you want to have the amount of money you generate for YouTube does. Oh, this is for everybody. Put your freaking name in your description, in your description and in your tags, because how the heck when you get big is someone going to find you? 3 or more ads in there, because the more money you generate, that also affects your reach as well. There's one other thing you want to use other than Social Blade and TubeBuddy, and that's Google Trends. Google Trends are a heaven-sent thing of wisdom that tells you what's trending and what's not for any topic. Let's look at toothbrush as a search. Jeez, why are these? Maybe that's from me. Nah, I'm kidding. So, how to use an electric. That is a good bingo. So, people are searching on... Apologize, I'm still coming down with that cold. Or, sort of. Anywho, it's not even a cold. It's more or less a... Whatever. People are searching... I can't believe it, but... People are searching how to use an electric toothbrush, which is interesting as crap. I didn't expect that. And Gleam electric toothbrushes after that. Booyah! So if you want to be viral, all you gotta do... Or not viral, but if you want to be popular in the YouTube search, our algorithm, what you want to do... Our AI, or what, a Google Brain, or whatever you want to call it. People have multiple names for it, and people get butthurt when you call it the wrong thing. So, perfect thing to do is to buy yourself a Gleam electric toothbrush And what you want to do is make an electric toothbrush tutorial. And you want to title that freaking video, let's see. You want to use how-to in the beginning, because how-to videos, you always want to put how-to. Like, if you make a how-to video, always put that in the beginning. How to use an electric toothbrush. How to use an electric toothbrush, a colon or something like that. How to use an electric toothbrush, colon, and then put Gleam electric toothbrush right after that. You got a freaking awesomely recommended, rated toothbrush video that'll do really well outside of your competitors. And if you're very new, it may take some time for that to build up, but afterwards, after, like, let's say, because this has been trending for the past 7 days, what about past 30 days? Toothbrush song. Okay, well, if you want to be instant, then do that. If you want to go for long term, then you may want to look at the past month to 90 days to see exactly how it's trending. Now, if you're a lot bigger, if you're past 20,000 subscribers, because they're all of the reach is based off of subscribers. So the more subscribers you got, the more opportunities open up to you. So you will get recommended a lot more on Google if you have a lot more subscribers, because you're reputable. You'll get a lot more promoted on Google, and it's not saying if you don't have a lot of subscribers you won't, because it's all based off of a time thing and how well your tags and descriptions are. Even though there are stupid freaking channels on YouTube that say it's not important, that crap is important. And so what we would title the video would be like, explore a good day toothbrush holder. That must be like a specific type. So do a good day toothbrush holder review. Do primer teeth whitening review. Do that. If this was makeup, and if we were looking for past 7 days on a web search, right? We don't want to do that, and we don't want to do that. That's a person, I'm pretty sure. Nikki Makeup Artist, The Power of Makeup. So this wouldn't be too bad of a title. The Power of Makeup, Kendo Makeup Review. That would be a really good one. Or Kendo Makeup Tutorial, or something like that. And if we look at the YouTube search, and if we go here on Google Trends, oh, jeez Christ. So, goodness, this is not good. This is the same thing. Power of Makeup, destroying makeup. Destroying makeup? What the crap? Valentine's Day. Booyah! That's a good topic. So, destroying Valentine's Day makeup. Perfect video. It actually would be. In general, it would be really serious. Destroying Valentine's Day makeup. Kendo style. There you go. I joke about it, but that would actually be very recommended on YouTube if you do the description. If you put proper descriptions in there and proper tagging, which I just explained further on. So, like I said, I'm trying to cover, this is a generalistic idea, but it works with every single video type, whether you're doing vlogs. So, vlogs are a special sort of category, and they're a little harder to explain. Even if you're not involved with vlogs, it's still important to know about this stuff. So, and the only reason I say that is because of what I'm going to say now. So, if you're in vlogs, if you're in gaming, if you're in yada yada, just like we saw with the makeup thing, if there's people names surrounded among certain topics and ideas. So, if you were to do a search of that and that's all you get, then just look for the next one, and perhaps you want to touch on it in your vlog. So, like Fancy Vlogs by Gab Net Worth. Perhaps you want to make a vlog about, discussing that just all day, if you're doing a vlogging stuff, if you're doing gaming stuff, or if you're doing a review stuff, like perhaps you just want to talk about certain other topics. My channel per se isn't about talking. It's ironic because a lot of my other ones have been. Take these tips, use them, don't use them. I hope you do, because we need YouTube to get, crack-a-lackin'. We need people to know this stuff so we can all grow together. Because if you're a content creator, then you want to create content for everyone to watch. You don't want to watch more YouTube than what you're making. That's a really good quote. You don't want to watch more YouTube than what you're making. So you don't want to watch too many YouTube videos, get sucked into that wormhole if you're a creator. If you're not a creator, then by all means watch as many YouTube videos as you want. And that's where the black hole of all these YouTube gurus, all these Dan Locks, all these Daryl Eves, all these Brian G. Johnsons and content bugs, they have good intentions, but they seriously do not tell you how to freaking grow. They will not mention any of this stuff that I just mentioned, and this is literally all you need to do. You F the camera, F the quality of microphone. All YouTube really cares about is views and subs. That's all they care about. Engagement in terms of watch time used to be a big factor. It's not anymore. All YouTube cares about is that you're generating views. All YouTube cares about is that you're generating subs. Click on a video, there's always an ad. YouTube's getting money from your video regardless of how long the person stays and watch. Honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think it's ever freaking changed. I don't think it's ever freaking changed. Like I said, I started way back in like 2012, 2011. I honestly don't think it's changed. It may hold an importance factor, but if your views are above what YouTube expects you to be, and your watch time actually doesn't really mean much. Huh. Well, one thing is another last topic. Getting into suggested. This is what Content Bug covered. She said it once. Literally, she said it a couple times, actually, I think. I'm not sure. Getting into suggested is important. What you want to do is what I just said, and that will really aid you in getting into the suggested field. You can't do anything to get into suggested. Perhaps suggested is being controlled by the amount of watch time a person watches, so perhaps that could benefit your channel in the suggested field. Cards and end screens, do those. They're important. Cards and end screens. I'm just wrapping up all the little stuff, but you can get that from the other guys too. Set your video language to whatever your video is. Make sure that you set your categories as well. If you're gaming, set either the game you're playing or the next releasing game. That's important. Recording date, you don't need that. I looked on multiple forums. It doesn't matter. And in the YouTube help, it would actually date your video, so you don't want to use that. Yeah, do not put video location unless you really want to, like, say I'm in California and I'm trying to network in California, then you want to put video location, or I have an event going on in California, or my business is in California, something like that. Actually, you don't want to use it for business because then you're limiting your reach to that area, that region. Right here, original video language and subtitles. I'm in the US, so I'm English in the US. If I was English in the United Kingdom, I'd put that. But in terms of other things, it's like some things on YouTube, you can look at so many videos and it doesn't really matter because YouTube's constantly changing. So what I've just told you throughout this whole video will at least get your eyes opened to YouTube's an ever-changing platform, and you can watch all the videos you want, but nothing starts until you take action. Oh yeah, bye. You can sub if you want. It'd help out the channel, as you well know. Honestly, this video itself should last about 5 or 6 or 7 years because this information will still be relevant. That's all. Bye.